Hey guys, Susie here. Did you miss me? Well, I missed you. And before you come for me about the long break, let me just say I'm sorry. Really. Life happened and I needed to step away. I know I promised more Instagram stories, but sometimes life reminds us to pause. The holidays weren't really festive in Korea. In fact, they were heavy. After the tragic incident in Korea, I couldn't bring myself to post. As someone in a long-distance relationship who practically lives on airplanes, it hit me hard, too close to home. But here I am, back after 2 weeks that felt like 2 years. I know, you must hate me. But wait, don't cancel me just yet. There's a lot to catch up on, and let me tell you, we have so much to celebrate. First of all, Happy New Year, everyone! I rang in 2025 with Mr. Hong Kong guy in Hong Kong, and it was magical. And remember that moment I wished for in an earlier video? When I said, maybe someday he'll feel like picking me up at the airport on his own. Well, it finally happened. It wasn't quick, and it wasn't easy, but like I always say, love takes patience. And when I walked out of that arrival gate and saw him standing there, it was the kind of movie moment that makes you want to throw confetti in the air. But that's not the only milestone. Here's a plot twist for you. I quit my previous academy job. Yup, the last day had me bawling my eyes out. I loved every single thing about that place. My students, my coworkers, and even my bosses. I'm not kidding. Sometimes I wish I could go back. But life is about moving forward, and this new job, it's everything I've dreamed of. I'm now a content creator with a huge raise. And while it's not a Hong Kong-based job yet, it's a step closer to making that dream a reality. Because who knows, maybe one day I'll be working remotely with a view of Victoria Harbor. So yeah, the past 2 weeks, a whirlwind. Hectic, emotional, and honestly, pretty rewarding. But now, let's get back to the story. It's May, and let me warn you, you're not going to love this episode. I mean, even I debated whether I should skip this episode or not. But here's the thing. I promised myself that this channel would be real, genuine, authentic, and no sugarcoating. Relationships, especially long-distance ones, are messy. And this is one of those messy moments. Until now, you've seen Mr. Hong Kong guy transform before your eyes. You've commented about how his gaze went from casual to full-on heart eyes. And yes, it did. But in this episode, disappointment is the theme. Trust me, I was just as fucking crushed as you're about to be. Because love isn't always a romantic montage. It's real, it's raw, and sometimes it's downright frustrating. They say timing is everything, whether it's catching a flight, finding the love of your life, or figuring out when to be mad and when to forgive. But what happens when the clock feels like it's ticking against you? They call Korea the land of morning calm, but my mornings are anything but calm, especially when I'm packing for a 3-day, 2-night whirlwind trip to Hong Kong. Here we are, May 4th, Children's Day holiday weekend. The plan? See Mr. Hong Kong guy, eat some amazing food, and maybe share a few picture-perfect moments. The reality? Oh honey, This trip turned out to be less rom-com and more disaster film. Soon, you'll know what I'm talking about. But for now, let me explain the background of this story a little bit. May 4th, 2024 was a Saturday. And since it's a Saturday, I was expecting that Mr. Hong Kong guy would pick me up at the airport this time. I mean, just a little bit. We all know that I was obsessed with this issue. Anyways, it's 4 a.m. and I'm meticulously rolling outfits into my suitcase, double-checking my makeup bag, and refreshing my email to see if my pre-order duty-free goods are confirmed. Meanwhile, Mr. Hong Kong guy? He's somewhere in his city starring in a late-night adventure of his own. I will find out just how wild that night was soon enough. But before that, this trip wasn't just any trip. It marked my first official flight as a morning calm member with Korean Air. Now sure, morning calm isn't exactly A-list status. These days, it seems like almost everyone has it. But for someone like me, it felt like a small win. Perks? Separate check-in counters, 2 free check bags, and priority boarding. It's not first-class luxury, but for a long-distance relationship veteran, these little upgrades make all the difference. It's one of those small joys that makes you feel just a little more special. So there I was, breezing through check-in, picking up my pre-ordered duty-free goods, and heading to my gate like a calm, collected queen. Well, calm until I saw that video, of course. As I settled into my seat at the gate, scrolling through Instagram, my calm morning came to an abrupt halt. There it was, a video of Mr. Hong Kong guy at 4 a.m. Hong Kong time. Let's just say his outfit wasn't the only thing that was sloppy. What? He knew I was coming and he got that drunk the night before? He knows I'm arriving today, right? Yeah, he'll be at the airport. Let's not worry too much. Here I am, sleepless after packing, but still managed to wear full makeup on and fully dressed at the crack of dawn. And he's like that? I was furious. The trip hadn't even started and my mood was already ruined. Still, part of me wanted to believe in him. I told myself, of course he'll be awake when I arrive. It's Mr. Hong Kong guy. He's always punctual. He must have a plan. And this time, it's Saturday. He will definitely pick me up at the airport. Clinging to that hope, I boarded the plane, trying to reassure myself. But the worst-case scenarios kept playing in my head. It felt like my 2 inner voices were at war. One trusting him, the other doubting him. It was torturous. Fast forward to my flight, 3.5 hours of turbulence, both in the air and in my mind. I couldn't enjoy the in-flight movie, couldn't stomach the meal, and definitely couldn't stop imagining all the ways this trip could go wrong. By the time I landed, I was a cocktail of emotions. Anger, disappointment, and just a dash of heartbreak. And then came the confirmation. I refreshed my messages. Nothing. Checked for missed calls. Still nothing. It hit me. Not only was he not at the airport, but he hadn't even reached out. Even worse, rain greeted me at Hong Kong International Airport. Not a gentle drizzle, but a full-on tropical downpour. And this is where the rom-com movie becomes a disaster movie. I didn't know whether to scream, cry, or laugh at the absurdity of it all. I was completely shocked. This had never happened to me before. My boyfriend wasn't answering, the rain was pouring, and on top of that, I didn't even know the code to his house back then. Oh, and his place? No elevator. How was I supposed to carry my luggage up all those stairs? I just wanted to cry. I even thought about turning around and flying back to Korea. But as you know, it's not that simple. Dragging my suitcase through the chaos of the arrivals hall, I felt miserable, embarrassed, and humiliated. I headed for the AEL train, and as the city blurred past, My thoughts spiraled. A million thoughts raced through my mind. Why didn't he come to pick me up? Why did he drink so much the night before? Was he celebrating because he was so excited to see me? Or does he just not care enough? Does he not like me? Am I not worthy of love? How could he do this to me? Is he acting like this on purpose? Am I just a passing phase for him? Do I have to break up with him? Should I go back to Korea? How much would a ticket change cost? These thoughts consumed me. It felt like they were eating me alive. Even now, just thinking about it makes my blood boil. By the time I reached Hong Kong station, my mood matched the weather. Stormy. I was ready to throw in the towel. But then, like a guardian angel sent to save me from my misery, Christy, one of Mr. Hong Kong Guy's friends, texted me. Her advice? Come to her place before the rain escalates into a black rainstorm signal, since her place was only a 5-minute walk from Mr. Hong Kong Guy's. Apparently, in Hong Kong, when black signal happens, the city literally shuts down. No buses, no taxis, nothing. So there I was, dragging my soggy suitcase through the wet streets of Hong Kong, dodging puddles and trying to keep my composure. I felt like the world's biggest loser. And where was Mr. Hong Kong Guy during all this? Passed out, asleep, unaware that I was ready to throw my suitcase and maybe him off a Hong Kong skyscraper. When I arrived at Christie's, I felt so embarrassed and humiliated. Being in this ridiculous situation made me so angry at myself. I tried to smile and talk to her, but I could feel the tears welling up inside.
He's not scared of me. So
Really?
that's the problem. He's not scared of me.
Really?
Yes.
He should be.
In our relationship, he's like the level is he's higher than me.
So he's the dominating one.
Yes. I don't know.
Or just play some
I don't know.
Let's just play some
What am I doing?
I know,
I switched my flight schedule, because I was supposed to take the Greater Bay, but then they changed the flight schedule to like evening. So I was like, I wanted to come here early in the morning, so that I can spend time with him. And then, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm like, did he have to drink that much?
Yeah. Oh, yesterday?
Why? Did he have to drink that much? I'm coming today. So when he comes to Korea, I'm always like super alert. And the one time his flight was like arriving at Incheon airport at like 5 a.m. So I went there at 5 a.m. and I picked him up and I put him into the hotel and then I went to work. What the fuck? I never got that. I never got that. So he was actually out at 4 a.m. He has to. So I left him like, what am I supposed to do if I can't reach you? And then I called him and then he didn't answer. So I was like, you should be waking up now, really.
He didn't pick up the call.
Yeah, I think he's dead. So he's usually dead when he's like this drunk. So I know his routine. So he would wake up at like 3 to 4. So I was thinking about going to a cafe. I was also thinking about, should I just book a hotel? I'm so pissed. I don't want to share the room with him.
Oh my god.
I don't even want to go to dinner. I'm so mad.
Tell him!
It's gonna be on YouTube. He's gonna be a dick. Right now, I'm super pissed. I'm fucking pissed. Okay, what the fuck am I doing?
God. You can look at
No, I
place there.
I woke up at I slept. I only slept for 2 hours. So after work, I packed and then I slept 2 hours, and then I went to the airport and I did all my hair, even though it's right now it's like messy. And then I was expecting him to like be like picking me up in the airport because like he never picked me up before, never. And then he said like it's because like I always come on the weekdays. He has to work, so I understand that. But it's fucking weekend. It's fucking Saturday.
And get drunk.
Yes. Yes. So I thought like so he actually sent me the AEL ticket. He bought me the ticket. He buys me the ticket all the time. But then this time he just sent me that ticket, and I was like, okay, so maybe he's like busy. He has to work on Saturday in the morning. But then after seeing that, I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you, Arthur.
Oh my god. I thought he would be saying that because he doesn't have a car. So if he is going to the airport, it's
No,
just
so
taking. But I mean, it's a gesture.
Yeah, I know. Like, so I can never ask. Like, I can never tell him to like, hey, pick me up. I can't do that because I know that it's a hassle, and I know that this is like efficient. Like me just coming here alone. But then, what the fuck? He's sleeping. What's efficiency? What kind of efficiency? And you know, like I'm not talking about like every single time I come here. Like when you have time. Don't you have time right now? No, how can he abandon me in Hong Kong?
I mean, you fly all the way to Hong Kong.
Yes, I slept 2 hours. One of the suitcases, it's like all of his like presents.
You should stay mad
Huh?
until you.
Ah, no, but if I see his face, I'm gonna smile. I'm sure I'm gonna smile.
No! Put up your poker face.
No, I can't do that.
You only start riding this time. You learn it.
No, I didn't even learn anything. Like, so for scooter, if you have a driver's license, you don't have to have a scooter license. You can actually use it together. So you can actually ride a motorcycle too.
No, I don't
Like
have a
scooter.
driver's license.
Oh, then no.
I don't even know. I'm a passenger princess.
I can't be a passenger princess. Arthur is a passenger princess.
I thought he's trying to get a license.
Yes, he's getting a license. No, that's why. So like, that's why I wasn't trying to give him stress because his test is like next week. He told me that he's kind of sensitive when it comes to like license test because he failed once and then he's taking it one more time right now.
Are you mean the driver?
Yeah. So that's why I wasn't like I wanted him to come to the airport, but I couldn't say that because I didn't want to burden him. Yes. So,
Okay.
but fuck him.
Realist.
I'm an expert at overthinking things that I shouldn't. You come across as a cool guy, someone is the opposite. And all my friends.
And just when I thought the day couldn't get worse, 2 hours later, Mr. Hong Kong guy woke up.
Can we
He called, I ignored. He called again, still ignored. Then after what I assume was Christy's intervention, he finally showed up.
Do you think it's funny? I don't think it's funny.
No.
You know you're gonna be a dick on my YouTube.
Just YouTube? How about like
The thumbnail is gonna be like, I might have to break up with this guy.
No, I think you gotta be like more dramatic. The thumbnail gotta be like more dramatic.
We're gonna have a long talk.
How long?
Very
I gotta
long.
prepare. I gotta prepare.
Is that a question? No, you cannot ask me any questions.
I shouldn't ask question.
Did you have to drink that much yesterday?
I didn't mean to. But you know, sometimes.
No, you meant to.
It was Christy. Not this Christy. Like.
Yeah, but if you knew that I was coming, then you should have controlled yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, sorry doesn't work.
I'm sorry.
No.
Mimi, is it Mimi or Momo? Mimi, help say sorry.
No.
No, it's my cat.
Help saying sorry. He's like, huh?
Men are so dumb.
Yeah.
I think you're the dumbest
Okay.
among them.
Yeah, I am. Have you eaten anything?
Alright.
Okay. What have you ate?
You don't have to know.
I just want to know.
I'm
it.
not gonna
I don't.
tell you.
I don't have to know, but I want to know it.
Why did you drink that much?
It was Christy.
No, you cannot blame on other people. That's not an excuse.
Because I lose a game.
No, you could say Susie's coming tomorrow.
I thought I could handle it.
No. You're so dumb.
Yes. Yes, I know.
I don't like dumb guys.
I try not to be dumb then.
You're gonna do some dumb stuff again. I know.
Like what?
Like, this is gonna happen again. Someday it's gonna happen again. And someday Christy might not be here. Then I will be on the streets.
Why? Why she's not going to be here? Okay.
We don't know. She could
just
be in
asked.
Singapore. She could be in Thailand.
Okay. So that's why I introduce you my friends.
What's the logic?
So I gotta introduce you more friends.
No. No, you have to apologize to Christy. It was Christy's resting time.
Oh right. I didn't expect that, to be honest. I thought you're gonna be in cafe or something.
I was gonna.
Yeah. And I was thinking about Travis or maybe Duffy.
You and Travis drank together.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not enough. We're gonna talk about this later. Thank you, Christy.
It's okay.
Dule.
Any more?
Dule.
Anything more?
She can only remember this.
More. Come on. Yes. Yes.
I don't know anything.
What's your plan today?
Resting.
Seriously?
I was at club till 4 yesterday.
Him too. He was drunk at 4.
No, I was dead.
When I saw him, I didn't know whether to cry, yell, or laugh. He looked terrible, like an absolute mess. Hungover, apologetic, and completely clueless. It was a mix of emotions, sadness, anger, and the tiniest bit of satisfaction. Looking back, this was such a sad story because with only 3 days together, I didn't even have time to stay mad. We eventually made it to his place, an apartment with no elevator, by the way. I was still upset as I unpacked my things. He tried to cheer me up, and I know that he tried. He tried to show more affection, say cute things, and make me feel better by making ramen. And while it was delicious, my mood didn't improve much. The effort was sweet, but let's be real. No amount of noodles could erase the mess of that morning. What annoyed me even more was knowing that we didn't even have time to waste being upset. But at the same time, I felt sorry for myself being in this kind of situation.
I don't like how you get dead when you go out for a drink. What if I do that to you?
Yesterday was really... I didn't expect that.
Nobody expects that. You have to control yourself.
So, I mean, I didn't know that it is that drunk.
So your girlfriend is coming the next day.
I'm sorry.
I was never mad at you like this. It's my first time being mad at you. You can't think of me as a naggy girlfriend right now. Because I never said these kind of things to you before. It's my first time saying this. Which means I'm super mad. Yes, the previous trips, I came here on weekdays, so I understood. I'm not talking about every single time. But my trip could start off as a really nice trip if I see you in the airport. But that one is already done. You can never do it again. Because I already said it. Have I ever forced you to do something?
No.
I don't like telling you these kind of stuff. Because if I say something to you and then you do it, what's the point of it?
No, I think that's the best point. Because it's not like you have to tell. Because I know why you think so, like you want it to be done without saying, but realistically it's not, it won't happen all the times. I mean,
No, it has to happen from the heart. It doesn't hurt me that you didn't do something. It hurts me that you didn't feel the need to do that. No, I'm really serious about this relationship.
So we talked. It helped a bit, but honestly, the mood still wasn't great. The rain didn't stop either, and we were supposed to have dinner with his friends that night, and I wanted to cancel it. And yet, here's the thing about love. It's messy. It's missed airport pickups, rainy disasters, and arguments over stupid things. But it's also ramen at the end of a long day, a heartfelt apology, and the stubborn hope that tomorrow will be better. So, did we make it to dinner that night? Did we salvage the weekend? Stick around for part 2, where we attempt to turn this disaster into something worth remembering. Love, like the weather, can be unpredictable. And in Hong Kong, when it rains, it pours. But maybe, just maybe, there's a rainbow waiting on the other side.